Hope you're having a good week. Weather's finally starting to be a bit more sunny, hopefully, and daylight savings. So yeah, it's nice to have a little bit of extra light at the end of the day. So today I'm going to talk about Mental Health Awareness Week. So obviously that's quite important at the moment and happening today, this week I should say. So the theme for Mental Health Awareness Week this year is take the time to kōrero or talk. So connecting with people in our lives and creating space for conversations about mental health and wellbeing. So that's the theme for this year. So what is mental health? So this topic is sort of just going to be a bit more about information and facts at this stage. So the World Health Organization defines mental health as a state in which every individual realizes their own potential, can cope with the normal stresses of life, can work productively and fruitfully, and is able to maintain a contribution to their community. So that's their definition. So it's basically being able to cope with everything that life throws at you, I guess, and be in a state of well-being. So the stats are quite high now for mental health. 1 in 5 Kiwis experience a mental health illness each year. So basically this means 1 million people in New Zealand every year have some sort of mental illness. I wouldn't actually be surprised if this has increased substantially over the whole COVID situation. Obviously, it's a really tricky sort of time in people's lives to sort of, be stuck away from other people that they care about, all that sort of stuff. And it really does kind of start to do your head in, I guess. So it's the little everyday conversations that we have with other people are surprisingly important, and they make a big difference to our mental health. So over time, these small chats that you have with other people create meaningful connections, help us understand each other better, and ensure we have people that we can count on when times are tough, people that we trust, people that we can rely on to be there when we need a friend or a listening ear. So mental health is quite a broad topic, but it involves things such as having a safe home, having something meaningful to do each day. So not just kind of take day by day and in the grind. So having something actually to kind of live for, I guess, each day. Having someone to talk to, someone there to listen, finding joy and having fun in life, knowing that you have choices. That's a big one. Finding your place in the world, being able to pick yourself up when you're feeling down, and having a sense of purpose in your life. So a quick way to assess your mental health is to ask yourself whether you regularly experience emotions such as happiness, well-being, enjoyment, harmony, and peace. If so, then you're likely in a good mental health state. But if you regularly experience sort of the opposite emotions like sadness, anger, frustration, disharmony, negative thoughts, or worse, then your mental health is at risk. So sometimes the more at risk you are, the more difficult it may be to recognize that you need help. Being mentally healthy is not only about being aware of how your mental state is affecting your life, but also asking for help if your quality of life is being affected. I think people are scared to ask for help, scared of what people might think, what people might say, like judgment. But honestly, it's like when you actually talk to somebody who cares, they just want to help. That's literally what they want to do. They're not going to judge you. They're not going to, they just want to listen and help. If they don't know what's going on, then obviously they can't help. So some simple strategies proven to boost well-being. This is the 5 ways to well-being that's part of the mental health sort of, what's the right word? Like the 5 ways to mental well-being logo, and that's the one with the 5 speech bubbles. So the first one is give. So giving your time, your words, and your presence to other people. The second one is being active. So do what you can, enjoy what you do, and move your mood. So changing your mood, getting out and being active. The third one is keep learning. So embrace new experiences, see opportunities, and surprise yourself. Try something that you've always wanted to try. Why not? What have you got to lose? The fourth one is connect. So talk and listen, be there, and then feel connected with other people. And the last one is take notice. So remember the simple things that give you joy in life and do more of those things. So this is part from the Mental Health Foundation, introducing these simple strategies into your life, and then you'll feel the benefits of better well-being, I guess. Encourage people to talk about how they're feeling. So a lot of the time they feel like they're going through this alone. People with mental health issues feel like they're the only one in the situation, when actually there will be lots of people in a very similar situation. Once you start to talk about the things you're experiencing or the things that you're feeling, you'll come across people that have been through that you wouldn't probably know without talking to them. So also take the time to listen. So there's listening and there's hearing. So listen to those people and hear what they have to say. Try and understand the situation from their perspective as well. Accept those people. Don't try to fix the problem or fix them. Most importantly, be there for them when they need you and offer to help them find someone who can help if you're not qualified or whatever. So like a counsellor, a coach, a support group, that type of thing. But just be there to listen. I'm sure life is more stressful these days as well. There's so many perceived expectations of what we should be doing. And some of us forget what we actually want in our own lives. So we're trying to live up to other people's expectations. But just think about what makes you happy yourself. Another thing that's really important is self-care. So often we get really busy trying to get on with things, trying to move through life, just the day-to-day grind, that sort of thing. We forget to look after ourselves. And then it actually makes it harder to look after those that we care about if we're not looking after ourselves. So just a few sort of things on self-care, points on self-care. So physical, so that's like eating, exercising, sleeping. Make sure you get enough sleep and taking care of your own health. There's also the mental side of it, so self-compassion. Be nice to yourself, accept yourself, and then also mental stimulation, so doing things that make you think, challenge your brain, that type of thing. There's a social side of it, so what are your relationships like with other people, whether that's your partner, your friends, your family, all that sort of thing. Having face-to-face time with friends and family, which is really hard at the moment with COVID, and people that are sort of usually out there with other people, they do find it hard to be isolated at home and stuck at home for this long. So stay connected with your friends and family, other people. There's emotional, so being able to acknowledge and express your feelings and having someone to talk to. Time for leisure and pleasure, so the things that you enjoy in life to keep you recharged. And then there's spiritual, so believing in something. Spiritual is basically believing in something beyond or greater than yourself, and this could sort of be in lots of different forms. So it could be religious, it could be a holistic belief of a connection to others, being able to center or ground yourself, so that might be like through meditation or through yoga or something like that. Makes it easier for you to cope with challenges in life. Finding the meaning in life, and laughter as well is good for your spiritual part. There's also a whole heap of free health and wellness apps available for self-help as well. Things like symptom tracking, education and information, guided meditations, mood tracking, reminders, motivational quotes, all that type of stuff. So if you're feeling like quite low, maybe seek out an app like that can kind of help you get back on track. There's lots of mental health problems or issues, and this could be things like depression, anxiety, trauma, drug abuse, stress, infertility issues, eating disorders, disabilities, all those types of things. And also these things are more common than you think as well. There are people out there who can help you, I think, is the biggest thing. So the main thing I kind of want to leave you with here is, if you're feeling down, please talk to somebody. There's lots of people out there who will listen and just want to help. Like I said, you're not alone. It will amaze you who's going through the same thing right at that moment without you knowing, or who has been through it before. People that are happy to talk about it as well. Once you've kind of recovered from a mental illness, people are more willing to help others in a similar situation. There's also like people that will share tools and resources and stuff like that worked for them. I think that we scare ourselves out of talking to someone again because we're worried about others judging you, but usually they're not judging you. This is generally a limiting belief that you might have about something that's in your mind. I bet that if you talk to somebody, they will just be grateful to know about your situation and glad to be able to help and listen. So also, if anyone ever needs to talk, please feel free to reach out to me as well. I'm here in a coaching capacity, or just as a friend with a listening ear. So I'm quite good at listening. Happy to talk to any of you at any time. So enjoy the weekend. Hopefully, I don't know what the weather's going to do. Hopefully the sun will come out and we'll have a nice spring weekend. And I will see you all next week. Bye.